Oh my God, Sam Darnold. You know how good he was last year? Oh my God. Hey, Cooper Kupp is now with Jackson Smith and Jigba. That might be the best route running combo in the league, man.
Yeah, that could be
Come
disgusting.
on. They got a great 1-2 punch in Kenneth Walker III and Zach Cabernet.
See, I haven't yawned all podcasts. You start talking about them motherfuckers, I yawn. See that shit? That's crazy, bro. I'm like... What's good? Say what's real, crew. I'm Nick.
And I'm Tampa Bay.
Yeah, knock over that Buccaneers shit. Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? All right, this week we're talking about our NFC playoffs, contenders, sleepers, and we also going to talk about who we pick as our offensive player of the year on the NFC side. Let's get right into it. All right. So your playoff contenders.
Well, let's break this down. Obviously, your Super Bowl winning champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, 100%, will be right back in the playoffs, right? Maybe number 1 seed, 2 seed, somewhere in that range, right? You got to think about the Washington Commanders. How not? We're just doing NFC East because you got a lot of good teams in NFC East, right? Those two, to me, definites. Definitely gonna make the playoffs, barring any injuries. And I mean that because, honestly, if Jalen Daniels goes down, the Commanders are done. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, in my opinion. They're done. The Eagles, on the other hand, I don't think so. I mean, they have so much depth on both sides of the ball that if Jalen Hurts was to go down, I think that they'll be okay to go to the playoffs. I'm not saying Super Bowl, but they'll be okay make it to the playoffs. I believe in that roster overall. They have enough on the defense side of the ball, and they have so much talent on the offense side of the ball, and the offensive line is still very good, that if they put in a Tanner McKee or a Sam Howell, they can game manage enough to still make it to the playoffs, I believe. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but I feel like they have enough.
I'm going to let you get that one off.
NFC South, you already know what time it is. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 100% making the playoffs. You already know we're a big-time Super Bowl contender, so we in there. Los Angeles Rams, 100%. I think that's nothing to really be talking about there. Let's see here. The North, damn. The North is loaded in the North, y'all. Listen, the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, the Packers, even the Bears, to me, are all teams that can make it to the playoffs. The sleeper, for me, in that division, and the sleeper overall to make the playoffs is the Chicago Bears.
Absolutely.
Ben Johnson. I mean, listen. He's gonna do wonders for Caleb Williams, and they got DeAndre Swift. He's a good back, and DJ Moore, Roma Doomsday, Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet. They got a lot of weapons over there. So I mean, the Bears. Now, obviously, I think you've said in the past videos that you think the Vikings are gonna take a step back this season.
Yeah, they're out of there. I'm gonna just take it easy. No, the Vikings won't make the playoffs this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our TikTok comments, man, they were coming at him. They believe in the Vikings. I do too. Skull, I believe in the Vikings too. So you already know I'm believing in J.J. McCarthy. I'm with you, Viking fans.
I was about to double down on they bitch ass, but I ain't gonna do it. I was gonna do that shit. All right, Eagles, Commanders, Rams, Buccaneers. Oddly enough, I'm going to go with Packers, Lions. My sleeper would be Dallas.
Who?
Come on, man. Cowboys. That would be my sleeper. Yeah.
Who?
Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, them. That's my sleeper.
Oh, the Cowgirls.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why I left their asses out. They doing more work on the on Netflix and the documentaries and all that other stuff. I ain't hearing nothing about the current team.
That's a sleeper. My other sleeper would probably be Atlanta. I hate to say it, but if Michael Penix can pull it together, they're going to be a tough out. It's not going to be Buccaneers just steamroll through the division. I think they're going to have a tough out with Atlanta. I think that.
Falcons, I don't know. There is another team in that division I think could be a sleeper, but it ain't the Falcons.
It ain't the Panthers.
It's the Panthers.
Okay.
That's, to me personally, because I like to see what teams did from the season before. And they went on a winning streak at the end of the season. They were trending up while the Falcons were free falling down. And to prove my point, I'm pretty sure Bryce Young in that last game of the season against the Falcons tore they asses apart. And I think another year with Canales and Young and them adding in T-Mac to an already young offense that was already getting confidence, still got Trevor Herbert in that backfield. They just traded Adam Thielen, but that's okay because guess what? Xavier Leg is getting better, and they have other weapons there to contribute, so it's fine.
Question me this, or riddle me this. Did the Panthers get better defensively?
They got the same pieces from last year, and they brought in some draft picks that I believe they're going to step up.
Did Atlanta get better defensively?
Did they?
Yeah.
Who they brought in?
Walker.
Because last year they brought in Justin Simmons. That didn't do shit.
I like Walker he's gonna be a rookie, but we'll see what he can do.
Walker. I'm saying last year they brought in Justin Simmons. They still had Jesse Bates. They have all these players. They have names. These are all good names. But when they come together, what happens? They free fall. I can't go with a team last season that free fall. I like to see teams that are trending up at the end of the season and not down.
Who has a better roster? Atlanta. It's not even close.
On paper, it's the Falcons, but that is that's on paper. That's on paper.
They were free falling because of Kirk Cousins.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
They free falled even when Michael Penix got in there. They brought Penix in there and they still were free falling. It wasn't like he turned this, because a lot of times when they change the quarterback, what happens? The team will come together, they'll get better. That's not what happened.
I know what you're gonna say. It's because Raheem Morris.
He is a big problem.
That is the big problem. And if he calls timeout in that game versus the Commanders, everything is different for them. I'm pretty sure. I think that's that game where they had a chance to win.
They did have a chance to win that game.
They did have a chance to win.
That was either a Sunday night or a Monday night football game. I remember
it's a Sunday night, and he didn't call timeout. If they call their whole that whole situation changes, because even Washington, like that one call fucked them, and so yes, coaching will be a big part, and them free falling is coaching, but I'm gonna take the step and say that he's going to learn from his mistakes. And he's going to have that team ready. And they're going to stay motivated. They're not going to be free falling. I think a lot of those players checked out after Kirk Cousins killed them. And even when Penix, they tried to, get some juice, but
why would they give up? They were still in playoff contention. Actually, they were still in first place even after all that.
If they didn't lose that Commanders game, they would have won the division.
There's a possibility.
No, we
don't know that because they end up losing more games. Like I said, they lost to the Panthers. Gave up 40 points to Bryce Young. I don't know. I'm not. No. They're going to have to show me. I'm not going to be, they're doing this. They free fall. And everyone knows when you free fall, I can't go in the next season thinking, no, hell no. They going to have to show me this season because first game of the season, they got us. They got the Bucks. Show me week 1 what time it is.
So we can't talk about two sleepers too long, but we'll come back to this the oncoming weeks. We'll come back to it. But yeah, that's my playoff contenders. We did a little bit of sleepers. Who you say your sleeper was?
I'm
Bears?
going Chicago Bears and Carolina Panthers and also the Arizona Cardinals.
We're gonna put belt to ass. We were gonna beat the Cardinals. And we're gonna show everybody. Like, no, bro, no.
They about to kill y'all.
No, they not.
They about to kill y'all. They about to go stupid, dummy, crazy in that dome.
on my Saints prediction for Week 1. So I'll
Ladies and
leave
gentlemen,
that for
we're
that.
going to the game, so don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna be riding his face and they're losing. I want you to see how he's looking when they get that L. They losing Week 1. There's nothing in my mind. The only way they win, is if Kyler Murray goes down. Knock on wood. That's the only way they win. If Kyler Murray's healthy that whole game, it's gonna be a long day in New Orleans. The Saints ain't gonna be marching in. All the fans gonna be marching out.
All right. You don't think the 49ers would be better than the Cardinals?
I mean,
Robert Saleh back. That defense could be back in better form.
the receiving core ain't looking real good in my opinion.
We say that, but we know Kyle Shanahan, bro. This motherfucker is a run game killer. You got McCaffrey back there.
How long he gonna stay healthy?
Brian Robinson is there now.
He ain't McCaffrey.
So, bro, we didn't know who Jordan Mason was until Shanahan got his hands on him, right?
Okay, he did all right, but did he build them to the playoffs? Did he lead them to the playoffs?
No.
What did he end up doing? I'm talking about playoff. I'm talking about are they gonna get enough wins to go to the playoffs? They got to beat the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals. In my opinion, you talking about rosters? Their roster is not better than the Rams.
No.
I don't know if it's better than the Cardinals, to be honest with you. The Seahawks, maybe. I don't know. The 49ers are not the same dominant team they were of years past. They're not there anymore.
They're not. But they got okay, the team now defensively is younger now. They got rid of a lot of pieces they brought in. They had to change their whole defensive line. They got new safeties. And I like Robert Saleh. I like him as a defensive coordinator, so I'm assuming, maybe it's not good for me to assume. I'm assuming he's going to get that defense back humming. And I trust McCaffrey. I don't trust his injury history, but I trust him as a player to be dynamic enough to carry them.
You drafting him?
McCaffrey?
Yeah. Fantasy football, you drafting him?
No.
Okay. So that's why I don't like people talking about the 49ers, because I need to see McCaffrey stay healthy for at least the first 8-9 games of the season. Can we get half the season first?
And Brock Purdy, he got to show us something.
He got paid now. Is he going to show me something? The 49ers, to me, are not a bad team. They're not a bad team. They're a decent team. Like, could they be a sleeper? Sure. Because, like you said, you can't ever sleep on Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh. They're very good football minds, one of the best defensive coordinators, and one of the best head coaches who's never won a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, you have to show me with these new pieces on the defense side of the ball, and you need to show me you can stay healthy, because when McCaffrey goes down, this team free falls. That's what happened last season. Because Jordan Mason is known for running the ball, but McCaffrey can do it all.
Catch out the backfield and all that. Brian Robinson cannot do it all, so I don't know what's going on with that. Why would they even trade with him?
Because they know McCaffrey's injury history, so they want to keep McCaffrey fresh. And Brian Robinson, no, he's not a good catcher out of the backfield, but he runs very well inside the tackles. Yeah. He averaged 4.3 yards per carry last year. He's a good back. He's a stable back. Should he be a starter on a team? Sure. But honestly, this is a better role for me. I think like a Thunder Lightning thing's better for him. He's like the David Montgomery to Jahmyr Gibbs for McCaffrey. To me, it works.
McCaffrey ain't lightning though. This motherfucker, he's the kaboom. So I don't know, like, you see what I'm saying? They trying to do the Thunder Lightning, but
I think it's to keep him healthy.
Yeah, just keep him healthy. I do like the Bears. But I think Seattle, no. I don't trust them.
They got the 12th man. Come on, the 12th man. When a stadium gets hyped, oh my God, Sam Darnold. You know how good he was last year? Oh my God. Hey, Cooper Kupp is now with Jackson Smith and Jigba. That might be the best route running combo in the league, man.
Yeah, that could be disgusting.
On. They got a great 1-2 punch in Kenneth Walker III and Zach Cabernet.
See, I haven't yawned all podcast. You start talking about them motherfuckers, I yawn. See that shit? That's crazy, bro. I'm like...
Seahawks fans, I'm sorry. I believe in you to win 7-8 games.
So I think we know what's going to happen. Either it's going to be the Eagles, Rams. If Stafford goes down, what happens?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for y'all Rams fans, I'm about to say something real positive. I believe in Stetson Bennett. I believe in the backup quarterback to come in there in Sean McVay's system. And he will be good enough because, listen,
For them to still make the playoffs?
When you got Puka Nacua and you have Devontae Adams and you have Kyron Williams, listen, it's still good enough that I think he'll be able to still get him to the playoffs. Now, it obviously matters on when Stafford was to get injured. If it's in the beginning of the season, then they could be burnt toast. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit here and say, but I'm saying, like, if they're already in, like,
14 games.
Yeah, like 12, 13 games, like 10 games.
He
like
had plenty of time to develop.
Like if the Rams are already 7-3 or like 6-4, like he can do enough to get them a couple wins. I'm not saying he's going to be the best. Like, obviously, I'm not saying he's Nick Foles. You know what I mean? When he brought the field up. I'm not saying that, but to get to the playoffs, you know what I mean? You got to get to probably 10 wins, 11 wins now. Unless you're in the NFC South, you don't have to get that. But every other division, you got to get double-digit wins.
Now, the reason I say the Cowboys, because we know as long as Dak is healthy, we ain't got to talk too much about Parsons getting paid. It all depends on him, obviously. But I'm gonna speak as if he is gonna get paid. He's gonna
they'll have no pass rush.
Yeah, but they always do good in the regular season, and we can't fully guarantee that the Commanders are gonna just be back again because there is a sophomore slump. So we kind of have to see it. If there's one person I do believe that can beat that, it is JD. But that's the truth of the matter. They get more tape on these players, these young players. They say, hey, we're going to be better prepared for the next season. So we kind of have to see.
I don't know. They got a new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. I ain't feeling him.
You ain't feeling him?
He ain't. I don't think he's ever been a head coach before. I don't know what he's done.
The only other hang-up I have is the running back.
They have no running game.
The running back is very...
They just signed random guys. So let me sign Devontae Williams.
Yeah,
let me sign Miles Sanders. Let me get this rookie Blue. Like they're gonna see what sticks and who out of the committee and who's gonna be the best. But
they should have traded for Brian Robinson. Idiots.
Yeah, in the division though. So it probably been tough. They probably wanted
true.
Like they gave the 49ers only gave a 6th. They probably had to give like a 4th or a 3rd maybe, for all we know. They probably weren't willing to do that. They do need a running back bad. I am a little bit that is kind of shocking that they didn't try to go out here and trade for, I don't know. Like, yeah, Brian Robinson,
yeah,
but that's, I get it, it's in the division. But there's someone on our team that could have traded for Rashad Old Dog White in his last year, and I'm here, we're not re-signing him. They could have traded for Rashad White.
If they would have got Rashad White, them boys going to Super Bowl.
You know what I mean? Because Super Bowl my ass. Rashad White's one of the best receiving backs in the game, and he's a good back overall. So, I mean, I just feel like the Cowboys, they didn't want to spend no money because obviously they didn't want to spend money to get Derrick Henry years ago. So that tells you everything you need to know.
That team is an unknown for me right now. That's why I have them as sleeper because we know what they do in the regular season, and you know how it is.
When Dak's healthy, yeah.
Yeah, they go out there, they sling that bit, bro. CeeDee Lamb, he gonna get his numbers. George Pickens, he on contract year. Of course, he's trying to get his numbers. So they gonna make it work. It just, what kind of Cowboys teams are we getting? Are we getting like this bombs away? Our defense giving up 40 points. They're gonna be like the Cincinnati Bengals this season, or Parsons gonna be there. They're gonna,
Week 1's gonna tell us a lot.
Hell yeah.
If that game's not competitive, this might be a free falling. It better be competitive.
Yeah, it's gonna be over with. You got anything else for NFC?
For the overall teams, no. I mean, we can get into who do we think might win NFC Offensive Player of the Year / like MVP from the NFC side, and this is tough for me because obviously after what Saquon Barkley did last year, it's hard not to say, man, could he do it again? You know what I mean? And be that same player. But I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm going to go, I'm going to give you 2 names, okay? First I'm going to go is Jalen Daniels. Okay. Jalen Daniels, I feel like, for this team, I feel like he is the heart and the soul of the Commanders. As good as he plays, as far as they can go. I feel like him, and I feel like the other one, I think this is the year where he even takes another step. I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs. I feel like Gibbs is going to get the ball a lot more. And I like what David Montgomery said. The guy who's in the backfield with him, he said, Gibbs is going to be the best running back, if he's not already, he said, best running back for the next couple of years. He believes in Gibbs. You see, guys, I could have gone Baker Mayfield, but you seen, I didn't go that route. I ain't being biased. I'm being honest. Just remember that.
Funny enough, I had Jaden Daniels too, but I'm going with a running back too. I kind of have two. I was going to say Bucky.
Oh, Bucky Irving.
But my pick would be Bijan.
Bijan Robinson.
The motherfucker's talented.
So that must mean you think they're making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Oh, you think, okay.
But I think he could have an offense. Bro, he might have a monster season. He can catch out the backfield. He can run in between tackles. Bijan can do everything. And I think they're going to make sure he does everything because they're going to need him. I see him being like used like Christian McCaffrey, like pretty much the whole team. They have Drake London, but if you eliminate Bijan, Falcons are cooked. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's going to propel him to be like offensive player of the year for me.
We'll
NFC
see.
wise.
They lost their left tackle for the year, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. If he can, they're probably going to run on the right side. We'll see how that goes. I mean, that guy was really good.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Bucky too.
I don't see Bucky. I love Bucky, but the scheme doesn't really fit for him to do it.
Oh, to be a number one, like through and through.
Because how you do it, Bijan, like Bijan and Barkley, these are bell cows. While with Bucky Irving, we have Rashad White, and then we have so many receivers where I feel like
they're not going to rely on him this much.
They're not going to have to rely on him to do that. For the Falcons, like you said, they're going to have to rely on Bijan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I said all I can say.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section, let us know who are your NFC playoff teams and who do you got from the NFC side for NFC Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. With that being said, this is episode 16 of the best podcast alive.
That say was real.
Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube and TikTok.
Hey, I wanted to wait to the very end because this motherfucker was going to make me mad if I say this shit. But Saints, we going to shock a lot of y'all.
Jesus Christ.
We going to shock a lot of y'all. And Rattler, I'm gonna say what I got to say on you, for later.
God.
But we got pieces. We might be in contention for the NFC South.
Oh, my God. He's out his freaking mind. The Saints are going to be nowhere near the playoffs. This might be...
Okay, you're going to be shook.
2-15, 3-14, ladies and gentlemen.
Spencer Rattler, all right.
Spencer
If
who?
he put...
This man was in college, couldn't keep his job. He ain't keep it in the NFL either. That say was real.